up guys, Marv from Wandering Souls back with another vinyl update video. This time some records in different kind of genres, we go from old rock to straight up black metal, so different kind of stuff in here. But before we dive into that, we are listening to Highness with this release, great Belgian black metal. This is called Ritual Blood and something I can't read. Mysterious Dawn. Ritual Blood and Mysterious Dawn. That's the release. It's a new, the newest release from this band from Belgium. Great black metal and New Era Productions. I talked about this band before, so I'm not gonna dive too deep into this release. You guys can see it, and that's how it looks. You'll be quick with the J card here, and then you get into the vinyl. Great release. If you're interested in it, go to New Era Productions. It's available on CD, vinyl, and tape. So go get your thing if you like this kind of stuff. I will leave the name under the screen here so you can look it up easily. Just pause the video and look it up. So let's go into the vinyl. The first band is a band that doesn't need any introduction. This is a long running band, but is inactive for a long time as well, but it's a classic. Nonetheless, I picked up the first album from Led Zeppelin, just called Led Zeppelin, or One, just how do you want to call it. This is of course a reissue done in 2020 and is remastered by the man himself, Jimmy Page, and it comes on a really nice polylight inner on 180 gram black vinyl on the Atlantic label. Classic album, like I said, 1968. Good times, bad times, Dazed and Confused, of course, the well-known tracks from this album. Yeah, can anything say anything bad about this? Everybody knows this. John Bonham, Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, and John Paul Jones. You know, the classic lineup from this band. Yeah, no words left. This is just a must-have in your collection if you are a hard rock fan and metalhead, classic rock fan. It's a must-have. This is next up is a band I never thought I would own a record from. This is Bring Me the Horizon with Sempiternal. Metalcore band from the UK. This is the band's fourth album, released in 2013. This is a 2022 reissue, of course. Like I said, a band that I wasn't really into, and but yeah, I got more acquainted with the singer's voice in the track he did with Secret, the song Bad Life. Yeah, I'm really late into this band, probably because a lot of people in the VC and other YouTubers who just show vinyl have shown this record already. But it's a fantastic album, I have to say. It's more catchy than I thought. It's not too poppy. It's just heavy enough to, you know, have some balls here. Great clean vocal, but also some harsher vocals. You know, there's a lot enough melody on here. There's enough heavy rockers on here. great stuff. I was really surprised with what I heard on this album. I got this for a steal as well, so it's really nice as always. Fantastic stuff. The gatefold has the lyrics, of course, and a big thank you list. Let's see what there's more in here. There is a lot more in here. Of course, the record itself, I just got a plain black vinyl, nothing special here. So, yeah, what's to be shown, right? And also came a nice booklet, which is probably also with the other variants there are around here. Because this album is repressed multiple times in multiple colors. Yeah, and I'm late to the party, so I had to be set aside with a black vinyl. I could hunt down, of course, a colored one, but I didn't feel like spending a lot of money on this band. I like him, don't get me wrong, but this is not a band I want to spend 50 euros for a record or something. So a really nice booklet with it. I really like it. Yeah, like I said, new to me, but I like how it's turned out. The band, funny enough, started as a deathcore band with the first couple of releases, but switched to metalcore and more other genres later after this album as well. But yeah, I really intend to like this album, so yeah, definitely it's a keeper for now, and yeah, we'll get his spins. And then I picked up the new Epica, the Alchemy project. This is an EP they done released not so long ago. When you see this is already out for a while probably, but I don't know how many people then around will show it, but I thought let's show it. Interesting EP, definitely different than their standard records. Of course it's symphonic metal, but it definitely explores more territories. There are some harder parts, but also things I think song like Wake the World is, for example, a lot more prog rock orientated. So it's really surprising. But like I said, there are also some bangers on here, like Human Devastation. Has some male grunts on it. A lot of guest musicians on the record, but I will come to that after I have shown the record, because the record is really stunning. It's clear with red brown marble or something, I don't know how they call it. It's limited to 500 copies, and if you have it into the light, probably won't see it, but you also can look through it as well, and it probably won't show up that easily, but yeah, in the camera it's always different than in real life. But it's a stunning looking record. I think it's also on black vinyl, and really poisonous green version, I think, which is also pretty cool. Then there comes with two inner sleeves. Yes, two. Why is that? Because all tracks, of course, have the lyrics, but also who is on there. The first track, The Great Tribulation, has, for example, Francesco Ferrini did some orchestral arrangements, and we have grunts from Francesco Paoli, and Fabio Bartoletti did lead guitars, and Veronica Bartoncini did some vocals. And then every track has some contributions, like this. Tommy Karavik is lead vocals on Wake the World. Is Phil Landon with some Hammond organ. We have Charlotte Wessels and Mirke on vocals in I think Sirens of Blood and Water. So that's really cool. And then we have the second sheet. Um, yeah, it just says you right exactly who did what. Yeah. Death is not the end. You have Frank Schiphorst with the guitars and with the guitar, lead guitars, orchestration. You have Bjorn Stritt on vocals. Human Devastation have Henry Settler on Darkthrone guitars and grunts. And we have Sven von Aborted on grunts there. And the minor has Asian Sunnet and lead and backing vocals and lead guitars, and we have Nilo Cervena on growls, and there is Roel van Helder on drums, and Marcella Bovio and Linda van Summeren do backing vocals. So yeah, lyrics again with all the contributions. So it's really cool that they specify per song which contributions they are, and that makes this album so varied because of all the contributions. It makes it a really different album than a standard Epica album, and it's actually an album they consider this an EP, 7 tracks, but it's pretty lengthy though. 11 minutes, 16 minutes. 23, 28, it's more than 30 minutes, so I don't, this is considered an EP, but of course of the length, this could be considered a full length, but it is what it is. So a really nice release, I really enjoyed it. I have to spin it some more, though, to get more acquainted with it. But yeah, I really like the artwork as well. It's pretty funny. Simone as a great physicist there with all the members in small puppets there, as with all the chemicals. It's kind of funny. And the back has some of that as well. But yeah, the Alchemy project, a surprising project. It was there, like, you know, it was announced, and there it was. So it's really cool. Yeah, really nice surprise from the band, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. The Alchemy project by Epica. Next up, a thrash classic. Everybody knows this, and this is an album. If you want to buy the original, it's pretty pricey, so I'm glad they have reissued a version on Metal Blade, I think. Yes, Metal Blade Records. Vio-Lence with Eternal Nightmare. 1988 debut album, finally reissued on vinyl. So thank you very much, Metal Blade, because it's an album I wanted to have. Fantastic thrash. Yeah, of course Rob Flynn still in the band, and Phil Demmel, both known from Machine Head, of course. But this is the band they were in before Machine Head. It's fantastic stuff. At least a couple of albums. I think they are active again, if I'm not mistaken. So that's really cool. Yeah, like I said, Sean Killen lead vocals, Phil Demmel guitar backup vocals, Perry Strickland on drums, Dean Dell bass backup vocals, and Rob Flynn guitar backup vocals. So here are the dudes. Here is some credits and a thank you list. And there is also a download code here. Probably not gonna use it, but you never know. And of course, with this classy Metal Blade Records sleeves. I just got the black vinyl. I think it's also on silver and red vinyl or something like that. But I was just too late to grab those, so I got stuck with a black one. Not that it's really bad. I like black vinyl. Don't get me wrong. It's good stuff. I know people that only prefer black vinyl, so yeah, you know, it is not really a problem. It sounds good, and that's the most important thing. If it's colored or not, that is not important, but I like color vinyl, that's the only thing. But Yeah, I like the artwork, fantastic, well drawn. Can't remember who did it, but it doesn't matter. Fantastic on the back with the track listings and the band picture. Great stuff, great thrash, great riffs. Yeah, classic album. Um, Definitely a must-have if you like old school thrash. 1988 stuff. Violence with Eternal Nightmare. Then I bought, of course, the new Darkthrone, Astral Fortress, uh, follow to the last year's album, Eternal Hills. It's pretty quick actually that they released already a new album. But probably are in some kind of a flow there. But I really like the artwork drawing here, or drawing, picture, the drawing of course. Um, Really nice touch with the Panzerfaust patch on the back there. Um, yeah, Darkthrone doing Darkthrone. Typical old school sound, raw, but still doing their own thing. They had some continuation with the latest albums to have a more straightforward sound, but basic sound, and it's still also on this the case. Kind of doomier variant, to me, Blackie variant for something like Celtic Frost or for example. Um, that's how it sounds. We started it with the last couple of albums, and this album is not any different. Of course, Darkthrone is known in doing multiple styles in the past, but it's great stuff. Still need to focus more on the album to get the full thing because it doesn't grab me, admittedly, as fast as the previous couple of albums did. But yeah, for so far, I really enjoy it. Like I said, it's basic, straightforward, slow stuff, simple riffs, just playing metal, let's put it that way. Of course, still the two-piece here, Fenris and Not Sure No Colto. That's not anything different. 7 tracks, I think. 7, yeah, 7 tracks, and one, couple of longer ones, and just some standard lengthy ones. I don't have really prefer one track so far, but for my feel I like side 2 a bit more than side 1, but it could change the matter how longer I listen to it. You never know. It's just the moment of listening. You think, well, this suits me better than the other track or something. Of course, printed in the sleeve, just playing with lyrics. And the variant vinyl. Came a couple of variants, but I've got a violet translucent one. Comes almost out like red here, but maybe if I hold it like this, you can see a bit more purple color. Yeah, it's just the lighting here. Luckily, I have a light here, so I can see a bit better in the dark. But yeah. Like I said, this album needs a couple more spins to land, but so far it's on the good way. Let's put it that way. It will work out fine for this album, I think. It's definitely not a bad album. It's just plain simple, catchy. Well, catchy even. It's just simplistic, straightforward stuff. Nothing new in the wheelhouse. But that's okay. Sometimes you need that kind of stuff, to remind you of that old school metal. Astral Fortress by Darkthrone. And then the last one in this stack is an album that already grabbed me last year, but never came around to grab it. Couple months ago I grabbed this on new Dawnbreed, I think. Dawnbreed Records. This is Aristarchos with Aristarchos. Aristarchos. I don't know how to pronounce that, but something like that. I will leave, the name in the description. Great cosmic black metal. This is a band, one-man band from Scotland, and they are on Vendetta Records. And if you know that label, then you know what you get. Great riffy atmospheric black metal. Is definitely what you get here. Fantastic stuff. Great atmosphere. Really good. Definitely has a cosmic feel to it. It's definitely for sure. 5 tracks with some nice long titles here, as you guys can see. And Vendetta Records always delivers quality, so it's what you get here as well. Nice printed inner sleeve here with the artwork once again, and the back lyrics. Of course, a foil in the sleeve, so this looks great, and it comes on black wax. It's not really special, but maybe you want to see, guys, you want to see the label there. So I'm just gonna show you guys that. Yeah, really good stuff. I was really surprised last year, like I said, but it's something that was not available everywhere. Yeah, on Vendetta Records probably, but I just wanted to grab it somewhere more near to my country. Vendetta Records is from Germany. Not that's a big problem. Germany, Netherlands is not that big gap, but yeah, just wanted to have it from a Dutch distributor, and Dawnbreed had it, so I just needed some inner sleeves, and I thought, if you buy some inner sleeves there, you have to buy a record, so this was a nice addition. And I wanted to have this already for a long time, so it came in handy. But I'm not disappointed with this. It's really good. Like I said, great black metal, and I really adore the artwork. Fantastic looking, good stuff. And the band's first album as well, and only so far. So I'm looking forward what they're gonna do in the future. But I foresee a great future if they still deliver quality like this. So that's my update, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about these releases. I will leave links in the description to some music from these releases, and you can judge yourself how you think about it. Nothing left or famous words or whatever, so I'm just gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and hope to see you guys next video. Cheers.